Hey guys, it's Shaquille. Yeah, I kind of messed up on the other one. Okay, now I'm ready. Fear the Walking Dead has been a shit show for the last 2 seasons, but it's been a pleasure watching you guys tear it apart. Now, when I saw Troy first come into Fear the Walking Dead season 3, all I thought was that RJ's going to tear his ass up. I knew he was going to put jokes on him from the start. Is this our new villain? Is this the new Negan? I don't think so. The only thing cool about Troy is his name. And for some reason, he has a weird obsession with Madison all of a sudden. And he thinks that he can possibly be his mother. I get this weird sexual feeling between them two. And I really don't understand what he sees that makes her anywhere near mother-like to me. He sees her cold stone face and he's like, that's mother material. And I just feel like this bad casting, just like RJ said. I don't buy his character. I don't know which worse. I don't know which one is worse. Troy or Benjamin from The Walking Dead. Hopefully Troy dies soon. But now I wanted to get into The Walking Dead. If I'm not mistaken, I think you guys said that you were going to do a recap of the whole season 7 as a whole on the last podcast you did on The Walking Dead. If I'm wrong, let me know. But if so, is that still happening? And I hope it is. By the way, I love RJ's wife. She did a great job. He kicked ass. He's got me reading books now. So I want to thank her for that. Other than that, Game of Thrones, guys. If you guys want more views, I'm telling you. Just do a Game of Thrones review of Season 7. I put it up on Facebook. You'll get some fans. Trust me. I'll give it to my friends. It will get more views than Fear the Walking Dead, even though Fear the Walking Dead is probably the funniest podcast I've seen. Season 7's coming out soon. I'm telling you, you'll get more reviews, guys. Game of Thrones, you can get Fear the Walking Dead, but there's not too many people doing Fear the Walking Dead, and it is original what you guys do, and I appreciate it, even though I know you hate the show. So do I, but it's comedy. Like RJ said, you find Easter eggs in there. You literally find Easter eggs. There's a scene where Travis was in the pit fighting off the walkers. He beats up a bunch of them. He kills them. Okay, that's cool. But then they unleash another group of walkers that there's no way possible that Travis can fight off.
Oh, Lordy, the goddamn soundboards are on fleek this week, apparently. I'm RJ. Sitting across from me is the man, the myth. He's back from doing whatever he was doing last week, is Rooster.
What's going on?
What's going on, Broham? What did you do? Well, let me just say, if you're new to the show, this is Critically Dead, where we look at The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, and we judge it for what we see on screen and this week, what we read on screen.
Awful.
We got some, we just heard from our boy, Shaquille.
Yes.
We think. We couldn't tell with all the alarms in the background and the many hiccups he sent us.
Horrible transcripts from Google Voice.
The Google Voice transcripts on your message, that shit's hilarious.
It is.
To read through.
Yes.
He talks about Elizabeth at some point, some weird alien shit here. And it's like, oh, man, I'm going to put that on Facebook, I think. So people can read it.
I was trying to follow along, and I just couldn't.
No, it's hilarious. It's not Shaquille's fault.
Not at all.
But like we said, we promised. He stepped to the plate. He said as such, and we play you on the show. Although we would like you to keep it under 18 minutes long, because our boy Shaquille just went nuts on it.
He had a lot to say, man.
He had a lot to say, and we appreciate that.
Yes.
But you call in, and we'll play you. we figured we put Shaquille on top of the show because he was brave enough, and
he deserves it.
He deserves it. He's been with us for a good minute. This week we're covering season 3, episode 4, 100. I got a question for you, Rooster.
No.
Was Daniel at 100 this week, as the kids might say?
At 100?
Is he? What do they say at 100?
I have no clue.
Is he fleeking?
No.
No fleeking?
Nothing in this show is fleeking.
Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't really know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about. I'm just fucking around. First off, where did you go last week, and why did you leave us?
I went out to West Virginia to do some camping.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Playing any banjos out there?
Maybe. No. No.
We gotta every time you disappear, we gotta play that clip.
We should.
It's like a no-brainer. Yeah, Mo filled in.
Yeah.
I guess her name is Melissa now. I call her anybody I want anytime.
Yeah, you don't even know her name.
I married her for 80,000 years. I don't even know her name.
You've called her 37 different things.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is. She filled in. She killed it. We got a lot of good feedback from all over the place.
She did.
Did you hear about the 11 pages of notes?
I did hear. I'm looking at them right now, and it's a legitimate 11 pages.
She wrote a novel.
Yes. It's 11 pages, front and back.
Well, that's what happens when you first start out. You don't know what you want to make sure your ass is covered left and right. And
of course.
She crushed it. Got a lot of good feedback on that. Just little little things here and there sent via Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah, Shaquille liked it.
Shaquille loved it. She brought some intelligence to the show, I think.
I didn't like that.
I know. It's just like, you should have saw me. My head was spinning at the time. It's like you brought up of Mice and Men on this show. How dare you?
I feel like her talent might be wasted on Fear. I feel like she needs a proper show.
We joke about we'll be able to write you a better show. She literally will.
Yeah, definitely.
She'll use commas and periods. Whatever a semicolon is, she'll use it. When to use whom.
Oh, well, you're not going to get that over here.
We act like we know what we're doing, but we just don't. Obviously, just by the start of this podcast, me hitting the Papi Chulo song in the middle of nowhere and just hitting it. Because we got competing soundboards right now.
Yes, we do.
But it's all in good fun. We enjoy doing it. We love everybody stopping by. Thank you, Shaquille, for chiming in, being a brave soul, like you said. He brought up a couple questions along the way. He's not a fan of Troy, so I think I'm on to something.
Yeah.
He didn't have big clothes, though.
The second episode, proper fitting clothes.
But the previews for next week, it looks like he raided someone else's closet again.
He's in the grown man fatigues.
When you're 80 pounds, you should not be wearing 2X or anything like that.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. Yeah. He made a comparison to Benjamin, and it took me a minute. I was like, "Who the fuck is Benjamin?"
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, the Morgan's
little buddy,
baby Morgan over there that sucked balls." He says he thinks he likes Troy better. He thinks he likes Benjamin better.
Yeah.
I have to disagree. I'd rather put up with Spoon Man versus Benjamin, because Benjamin looked like the epitome of Christian rock band.
Yeah, he did kind of.
But it's all in good fun. Yeah, everybody knows me. I like looking at the casting choices sometimes. He also brought up the Walking Dead season finale recap.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever said that.
We did.
Did we?
We did say that.
We're going to do a recap?
We did. And then we disappeared.
And then we took a hiatus.
Yes.
An
unknown hiatus. We just disappeared.
I felt like there was not much else to talk about.
No, we said it.
Because we brutalized and savaged the show during the whole season.
Yeah, no, I
it felt like we're just out of steam there.
I think so, but we did say it. Whether we meant it.
I do remember that. I'm getting confused as like starting up a season 3 for Fear.
Yes.
Not a pre-show for it.
We had conversation. We weren't going to do a pre-show.
I think that's where I got twisted up.
Yeah. I'm not giving this show any more than it deserves.
So, no, thank you, Shaquille, for calling in, but we're not doing a recap. I think it's just not
it's too
worth
late
it.
now.
I was reading an article today, waiting for Rooster to stop through, and someone was actually saying, are we at the point where Fear might be better than The Walking Dead?
Oh, shit.
It's a loaded question, but
we can have some conversation on that one.
It's a brutal thing to think about. Because, again, last year we got CGI mishaps.
Maybe it's just
got a clown for a fucking villain.
It's just time to jump ship.
Also, he brought up Game of Thrones, and God damn it, I knew this would come around and bite us in the ass. Can you imagine us talking about Game of Thrones?
One time.
You do it one time.
No, I couldn't, quite honestly.
Rooster has an aneurysm whenever he writes down anything about Game of Thrones. You should have saw him when we did. Which episode did we do?
We did. Which one did we do?
Battle of the Bastards, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Not the finale.
It was one of the finales, I think.
No.
It's in my
notes.
It
was the battle fight scene, wasn't it?
Something that had Sansa in it a lot.
It really does not narrow anything down.
No, but I just remember not being able to say that name.
Sansa.
I kept wanting to put a T in it.
I don't know. I would love to do something like that. I just don't know if time would help us.
We could quit Fear.
Unfortunately, my job might be going places, so I might have a lot more time to do it. So it might be a thing of the future. It's still up in the air. I mean, we always talked about doing a second show. God knows we should. And now that seems like my future's set in stone at my current job, so I might have time to do more. Who knows? But again, thanks you, Shaquille, for chiming in. I want to say write in, but he actually called.
He called. Yes.
Thank you. Be the brave one. Be the example for everybody else.
Do it.
Next time, call in. Leave it a minute long.
Minute 30.
Minute 30, $1.30. Stay in a closet so we don't hear any sirens in the background. You crazy fucker. We love you, though. You can call in anytime you want. Leave us messages, leave us reviews, leave us ideas, whatever you want to call in and talk about. What's that phone number?
It's 708-584-0552.
Thank you, Rooster.
Yeah.
Mo last week got to read off the phone number. She was excited.
Was she?
She was pumped.
Ugh.
So, like I said, we're at Season 3, Episode 4, titled 100. What's your overall letter grade? What
D minus.
D minus.
I fucking hated this episode.
Really?
Absolutely.
What was it? Like, what was the defining factor for you?
The defining factor, where I was like, I'm done.
Okay.
When the walker got struck by lightning, I'm done.
I
was over it.
That was
the only reason I finished is because of this.
That was some serious fuckery.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the single-handed part where Dave Erickson got fired.
You texted me the night that or the day it happened, or the next day when you got to finally see it. I didn't know exactly what you were talking about because unfortunately, we're at a different crossroads here.
Really?
I feel a lot better about this episode. I will grant you that shit was stupid.
Yeah.
That was like an act of God thing.
Yes. After that, I checked out.
There was another act of God where Daniel is... No, that's a Saved by Lightning. There was one before that. The dog saves him, too, early on in the episode.
Yeah.
Another act of God, in my opinion.
And he conveniently finds one of his group. I'm done with it. I just can't
We talked
anymore.
about this. Tijuana is a very small
it is.
town.
I know.
And they have all the water in the world.
It's the size of a Walmart with a dam at the end. But, fuck, man.
I think this might be the best episode Fear's ever produced.
Really?
Yeah. Take the lightning out for a second.
All right. I'll take it out.
This to me, it seems like it equals any good Morgan episode, like a bottle episode. Although
I think you just really like Papi Chulo and you couldn't see past it.
The dude can act his dick off.
He can.
He has a lot of talent.
He does.
And whenever he's around other people, you can see it.
Yes.
I didn't appreciate, and I'm not being racial here or anything, but I don't like reading my television screen for 60 minutes.
Not for an hour.
And top it all off, and I was asking Rooster before we started to record, white on white. White lettering on white high-definition television.
It's impossible.
It fucks you over. You're already trying to concentrate what's being shown to you. Mm-hmm. You got to read what's there, and then it's white on white. So you got to, like, juggle all this shit all at once.
Yeah.
And stay in the moment, apparently.
Yes, and try to take notes.
I'm only asking is, like, it's an easy fix just to alter the color a little bit. Do yellow.
Yeah.
I've seen yellow. I just can't remember where I've seen yellow subtitles.
Like DVDs or some shit.
It's just an easy fix, people. I mean, it's an aggravating thing. But I think I'm an A-.
A-.
Yeah.
Wow.
I enjoyed this one a little bit.
Really?
It just had more nuance, right? Like, literally more nuance, a little bit of everything. It had, like, a legitimate scares, Ruben Blades or Blades, whatever you want to use,
Yeah.
just kills it.
He does.
And I do think I'm glad they got rid of Dante right away. They're not sitting around with this, half-assed character. It reminded me of this Terminus. What's his nuts over there? Gareth. He didn't last long, and I think we're benefit for it. Just kill the guy off, get him out of there. Move on to the next problem.
Yeah.
Same thing here, Dante. I don't know. I thought this was one of the best episodes they've ever produced.
Really?
And it goes to show you there's no Clarks, there's no Manawas.
Yes.
Manawas, that was their last? Yeah, Manawas.
They're all gone anyway. It don't matter.
Strand was barely in it, but he's relegated to a prison cell.
Yes.
Think about that for a second.
I'll think about it.
So, I don't know. I'm not trying to change your opinion.
I don't know if you could, quite honestly.
Maybe I'm at a B+. Maybe, you know me. I usually work my way down.
Hey, you could see A-. I could see fucking failure. It's okay.
Yeah, I guess maybe I'm just, a Daniel lover, obviously. But
It's
I think
okay.
he just added more. Even when the scene where him and Ephraim.
Yeah.
Ephraim.
That's what I've heard.
We're having a moment before he cut his hair and stuff, and he's telling Ephraim that he killed his daughter, he thinks, and all this.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Strand and Thomas episode where they're having, like, genuine moments.
Oh, okay.
It's like the strongest acting possible on screen. It's like a blip in the radar.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I took it as. And it was solid. And I hope that we see that Ephraim for a while. Because I think that dude brings something.
Oh, he did survive, didn't he?
He did. He's
Yeah.
missing a
Sorry, I
tooth.
couldn't pay attention. I was busy reading the whole time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The second watch, I got to watch the visuals this time.
Yeah.
And that's what's fucked up. You try to take notes while you're supposed to be reading the screen.
Yeah.
So usually you can hear it in the background. You can turn your brain to the sound.
Maybe that's why it was so bad. Maybe I just missed everything.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Because I told you before, I'm not watching this show twice to take notes. Not happening.
He's fucking mutiny. He's already starting to smell around here.
Oh, it's all right.
So yeah, let's jump right into the feedback. We do got one piece of mail at the end. Yeah, it was a. Let's just jump right in.
All right.
Knock the rust off of your ass. You got 11 pages of notes, right?
12 and a half.
Okay.
Actually, 12 and a half. But actually, it's just because I put my page and a half on top of Melissa's 11.
Yeah.
So.
Who's Melissa?
I don't know. We got a lot of editing to do. Anyway, we see Papi Chulo walk in. He looks to be in bad shape. He gets spotted by a walker, then saved by a dog.
This is where Papi Chulo comes rolling in and he has the gangster lean.
Yes.
He was walking like a pimp.
Oh, yeah.
Like, can you imagine all that walking, right?
Yeah.
With that fucked up leg, that leg.
Hurt.
I can't imagine it.
No, that thing was gnarly looking.
And he technically on paper he's an old man, but he's still a beast in my mind. Beast mode.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, the dog scene. It's like our.
I mean, he couldn't just turn around and stab it with something. The walker, like, it's just lazy.
He's
it's
tired.
Fucking lazy.
Isn't he tired though and dehydrated and just burnt to a crisp at one leg?
Anything.
I don't like the fact that our heroes both shows
Yeah.
go diving underneath vehicles all the time.
Always.
Like that's like the go-to move.
Fear's really bad about it though.
Fear did it
That
with
whole first season, they just dove under cars. The first time I think they were ever in trouble, they all dove under a car.
and like yeah, the first thing they're gonna do is grab your legs. You seen it over in fucking dumpster diving over on the other show. Rick goes underneath the
You're
tank.
okay under dumpsters.
That's true.
They don't grab under dumpsters.
You magically disappear.
Yes.
You got to be an Ethiopian child to get underneath these motherfuckers, apparently.
Yeah,
but
you do.
yeah, yeah, this was an act of God. The whole dog thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like okay, I'll see that. Okay, fine. The dog comes around and distracts, but the lightning bolt later, I will grant you that. That was asinine.
that.
And at least they didn't electrocute the zombie and not hit Daniel. At least they
Yeah.
got that part right.
Yeah.
What I was more stuck on is that L.A. River go through Tijuana in Mexico? Is that how that works out? I don't know.
I have no idea. It must. It must.
I want to know because remember we got schooled on what the fuck is this L.A. River in the first season?
Yeah, because that's not a river.
Well, it's not a river, but it's a concrete. Like, what's the thoroughfare for extra water runoff?
Like a reservoir?
It's like a runoff.
Yeah.
It needs a place to go. But I didn't know that thing ran through Tijuana.
I had no
or
idea.
wherever the fuck they are. Because doesn't it have to go through San Diego and everything else below it?
I think so.
So
gotta go pretty
are they
far.
getting a little liberal with the fucking scenery?
It wouldn't.
We're not even
surprise
there
me.
yet, but I got some red flags, dude. Don't worry.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
So Daniel sees someone kill a walker, then gets pulled from under the truck. He meets Efrain. He tells Poppy that he has water, but they have to walk for it. He gets to the water. Efrain puts him in a bike and takes him off. They meet up with Efrain's people. Daniel passes out. He wakes up to Lola working on his leg. They start singing, and Lola starts scraping his leg.
Fucking Efrain is still operating an Uber vehicle in the apocalypse.
He is.
He's still making some coin. He's got that rickshaw going, and he's like, "This." I don't know why I'm drawn to that Efrain guy. He seems like
I don't know.
I don't care for his character. Like he's a good actor. Maybe is what I'm sticking around for.
He did look interesting.
Yeah,
He got a haircut.
He has that '80s look about him. Now I'm almost
does.
certain we've seen him in '80s movies.
Probably have.
Yeah. So he's operating the apocalyptic Uber vehicle. Lola.
Yes.
Wasn't there a song that we could have ripped a piece from? Lola.
Layla.
Not Layla.
Lola?
Why do I got Coco Cabana in my head? Isn't that name Lola in there somewhere?
I have no idea. I don't know the words to Copacabana.
I just know that it's not part of it. I worked at a liquor store in high school, and that was like the music that was always fucking on.
Was that your theme song?
Yeah. Whenever they came on, we got a little drunk extra.
It's all right.
On Saturday nights.
Nothing wrong with that.
She operates the worst butcher shop, too, apparently.
Clearly.
Oh, man. That was gruesome, wasn't it?
Can't you clean that thing first?
All that
razor?
debating. Yeah, he has a bunch of alcohol in the fucking sifter.
Yeah.
Like, just go ahead and throw that on there.
Oh,
Give him something to bite down on, too.
something.
I'm not sticking my hand over anybody's mouth
No.
to cover it, like, shh, quiet, you're going to, like, no. Bite on this bitch.
I mean, don't you just get on your Uber, take them far away, and cut it off, and then bring them back?
They had no time because he meets up with Lola and the gang at a dumpster.
Yeah.
Said hi to Glenn for a second, and then he passes out.
Is that where he was? He went on vacation to Tijuana for a bit?
Yeah, Glenn's not really dead. His twin brother is. Yeah, he passes out, and they had to. I'm assuming they had to get him back in immediately because they didn't know if he was going to die.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to save destroyed human beings out in this world.
Yeah.
It seems like I mean, yes, you try to do your best, but
Do you, though?
well, I mean,
At what point is it just weight? Just added weight?
you show up with a burnt leg at the quarry, we would have to a strong evaluation process.
I could maybe try to cut it off. Maybe.
We're not going to sit around and debate for it, haul your ass up and down the rocks.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Why would I use perfectly good medical supplies on somebody with a fucked up leg?
Yeah, I mean,
What good are they going to do me later?
and I got to cut you off and then put a prosthetic potentially on you that doesn't match. You'd be leaning for the rest of your life. I don't know what else you want from me. You'll be the permanent dangler. That's all.
Exactly.
You just hang by the one leg upside down.
Yeah.
You're serving a purpose.
Yeah. We'll feed you.
We'll talk to you. We're not totally jerks.
No.
But I'm not going to sit here and like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not scraping someone's leg like that.
No,
Hell no.
It came off somewhat easy too. She's like, "Loop, loop."
Oh, I don't know, man.
Looked like fried chicken leg or something.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Roast beef.
It looked like burnt ass roast
What did that
beef.
smell like? Is my question. Burnt textile with burnt flesh.
It probably smelled terrible, like ham, like rotten ham, maybe.
I have no idea. I don't want to know. I'm just asking if.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever smelled burnt flesh? Write into us. Let us know. Better yet, send a voicemail. I don't know. But it was a cool scene. I was okay here at this point.
Yeah, it was okay for now. So Daniel and Efrain are out scavenging. They kill a walker. Efrain used to be a priest, but now he's a drunk. They have a bite to eat. Daniel cuts his hair. Efrain asks when Daniel is going to run. Daniel shares he's killed 96 people. Then he starts telling his life story, and he's looking for what's her face, his daughter.
The chick we haven't seen in 80,000 episodes.
Yeah, that chick.
Ophelia.
Ophelia. Yeah, that's it. He also oh boy, shapes.
Shapes?
I have shapes. I don't
Shapes
think it is.
what, sir?
Oh, he also thinks he lost his mind and almost burned himself alive. He's not sure if he burned Ophelia alive. Then Efrain gives him good news and then passes out before he can give him his bad news.
I love this scene. I'm just in love with it.
It wasn't a bad scene.
Maybe because I'm a broken person and I can recognize like good scenes like this.
Yeah.
This also reminded me. I know you don't watch Better Call Saul because you haven't seen Breaking Bad.
Yeah, there's.
And I don't know why you're on this planet at this point if you haven't seen Breaking Bad.
I'll get to it.
But Better Call Saul had a scene with a character like this when he talks about. I'm not going to say names because it doesn't help. But
yeah.
he says how he killed his son.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole scene. People that watch the show know what I'm talking
You
about.
just ruined it for me.
You don't know. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I know.
You
I'm
won't
fucking with
remember.
you, man. It's okay.
You won't fucking remember.
I won't.
What I'm saying is, it had that element of it. If you've
Yeah.
seen Better Call Saul with Mike Ehrmantraut talking about that whole scene on the couch, fucking every Oscar, Emmy given to that shit. And I felt like it had elements of that here. You felt his brokenness. You felt his emptiness, sadness. And even the way Efrain was like trying to like, legitimately, it looked like these dudes knew each other for a long time.
Seemed like it.
And I was buying it, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It was funny how he's like, I got good news and bad news. Good news is no one's left to judge you.
Yeah.
Bad news, he just like went out cold.
Yeah.
What
was the bad news?
That's what I mean. It's ambiguous, right?
Could it be that the bad news was no one's there to judge him?
It's probably one of those circle jerks. Like, yeah,
Probably.
Good news and bad news is no one's here to judge you anymore.
Yeah, my guess is the writers just weren't clever enough to come up with bad news.
Multiple shots fired.
Damn right.
I can't believe you didn't like this episode.
High caliber shots fired.
Okay.
All right. So Poppy leaves. It's finally dark outside. He kills a walker. Then maybe one of the worst TV moments I've ever seen is a walker gets struck by lightning. This totally took me out of this whole episode.
It would make sense if somehow Daniel plugged him in the shoulder straight up in the air with like a metal rod or something to ask for the lightning to come down, but it just came out of nowhere. This is that tornado scene from The Walking Dead, right? In the barn.
It is, but at least that wasn't quite as, I don't know.
It's one of those things.
This is even worse.
This will stick in everybody's craw for a while.
Ever.
This looks like Nicotero showed up and wanted to do a set piece. Light that dude's face up and let it glow from within, and I'm going back to the other set. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh man,
it was very bad.
I mean, I agree with you. Maybe because I was so developed into this show, I was like, oh, okay, let's go, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like I said, at least they fucking shocked Daniel in the process.
Yeah, that's a good thing. At least he just
didn't pass out
walk away.
I mean, if you got to swallow the fact that he went down river and then landed into a sewer drain without ever waking up.
Yeah.
Daniel's a bad motherfucker. He got his arm or his leg burnt off practically.
Would he have drowned?
He would have drowned. He would have, and he's a human being. He's not supernatural, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure?
Don't know yet. If he elevated or if he levitated off the ground and shot lightning from his fingertips,
it's coming. Just give it time. Give it time. Two guys find Daniel. They get Lola and take him to the dam. She tells him how Dante distributes the water. Lola talks to JC and gets Daniel a job. He starts clearing bodies, takes a lunch break. He didn't stand for Dante. JC confronts him. Daniel and JC cause a scene. Dante realizes Daniel is a trained killer.
JC, is this Jesus Christ reference? Because it's a horrible reference that they're trying to be like.
Name.
Is JC a Hispanic name? Or what's it short for?
Jesus Cruz? I don't know.
No, Javier Carlos, maybe?
Could
I don't know.
be.
We're just plugging any J and C's. Jose, I don't know. Hosey. It's I don't know what I'm talking about.
Sounds like you're reading my notes.
I think if anybody finger banged your fucking pastry, you're gonna fucking stab them in the arm with.
I think it was a thing of spam.
Was it?
I think it was spam.
Did it matter? It made noise.
Did it?
Yeah, it found like he found a dead hooker somewhere. And just, what did that smell like, folks? Well, please write in.
Smelled like his leg.
Oh, I'd much rather smell that spam.
Right?
You don't go around finger banging fucking people's food.
You can't, especially a trained killer.
And although Daniel didn't stand up, he probably realized he should have stood up when everybody else was doing it.
Oh, he knew what he was doing.
Like, it was
I'm
kind of
pretty
ballsy.
sure he knew what he was doing.
This is what I mean. There might have been a scene missing somewhere that Daniel got pissy because out of nowhere, he's already undercover, right? Lola got him in.
But I don't know why you'd want to bring more attention to yourself.
Right, is what I'm saying. Well, especially that you're a trained killer from the CIA.
Yeah.
The later that, I mean, we find out here anyway. Is that before the commercial break?
And then it's a commercial break, so we covered that.
So Dante figures out after some discussion and then grabs people's lips. So now his face is getting finger banged.
Yeah.
It's like, is this how? I don't understand. Don't ask to see my lip, man. Don't be like.
Yeah, why do you have? Yeah, I don't get it.
And he flinched a little bit, but he's like, no, let me just see. No, fuck off.
Right. So I'm guessing Dante knew exactly what he was somehow.
See, here's the thing, and I don't want to be racist, but you know how we have in America, there's probably a shit ton of Tony Smiths running around?
Yeah.
How many Daniel Salazars or a Salazar name, is that a common surname out in
I would imagine.
in Mexico?
I mean, I'm sure there's not two in the
But
world.
then again, Dante's an elevated person in the criminal empires, so he
Yeah.
might have heard of Salazar from El Salvador.
Okay. Maybe.
So that's why I was like, kind of a leap of faith. Then he goes, lieutenant, officer, general,
Yeah,
all these things.
Daniel doesn't really carry himself like a soldier.
No,
is what I'm trying to say.
Because he's an operative, dude. He's out there. He's wrecking fools.
Yes.
Oh, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And, like, what did you notice what the tattoo was made of? Like, what was it
I didn't
signify?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Just looked like
It looked like two squiggly lines.
Would you ever get a tattoo there?
No.
No, I don't know why. How would that heal?
I mean, it must heal, but why? It's like getting a tattoo on the bottom of your foot.
But your mouth, everything goes into your mouth, right? For the most part.
Not
You
everything.
know what I'm saying?
Not everything, though.
Not everything.
Not everything.
I'm just asking.
It's all right, man.
You got...
I mean, I know a couple people that have a tattoo there.
You should ask them why. Like, seriously,
I will.
dude. Why?
I will.
Why? Just get them to sit down. Like, listen, what
Why
made you?
Why did you do
How
this?
did it heal? And did brushing your teeth suck for a good week?
Never thought about it that way.
Do you ever brush your teeth so hard that you fuck up a piece of gum or something? You're like, ow.
Yeah.
Until you got to deal with that for the day.
Right.
Like, now you got a tattoo in there. You fucked yourself up hardcore.
I mean, your lips probably got to get a little fat, too, right? I would imagine.
I almost understand getting your lip pierced first before the tattoo.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just scared.
I think you take baby steps to that.
These are all the things I think about.
You think a lot.
I know.
It's okay. So Dante and Daniel talk a bit. Dan asks for a Jeep. Dante wants him to stay and help. Daniel and a few men go looking for a thief. They find Ephraim's fountain. So Daniel gives up Ephraim to save Lola, but she isn't happy about it.
I don't know. I understand his point of view.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to do this to save her. She's a better... He's thinking like an operative here, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's thinking of a better asset to
Yeah,
have.
because if he only gives up one of them, they can still distribute
Or you
water.
both die.
Yeah, and then nobody gets water.
And nobody gets water. Everybody else dies.
I did understand his mindset.
His
in
logic,
this.
his frame of mind.
This might be where it started pulling me back in.
Oh, really?
Slowly.
Slowly. It's trying to talk to you at the bar. You're at the end of the bar just having a fit, and you're like, come on, babe.
Yeah.
Come on, babe. Come back over here. Sit on my lap. No, you hurt me.
Wow.
I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know what happened with you in your past. I'm just saying.
It's a rough fast, man. It's a rough fast.
You shocked me by lightning.
My bad.
No, I get his point of view, and I'm
Yeah.
on his side. Like, yeah, bitch, shut the
get
fuck
it.
up.
I would have ratted them both out.
But he's also thinking here, and like, she says as much. What about you? She can rat them out. I'm like, bitch, you'll say anything to survive.
Yeah,
I'll
right?
kill you myself. This is a goddamn apocalypse.
Sorry, I had to yawn.
Wow.
This is a long day. So he sees Strand walk up to the dam. Then he sees him and then he goes and gives him some water. He asks about Ophelia. Strand tells him she's in the hotel on the coast. Daniel calls his BS. Then he tells him to rot in there and that Ophelia is dead, her father's dead, and he's dead.
I tell you what, I don't like Strand like this. He's not a great character looking like this.
No.
Although I'm not a big fan of him walking around in gold-plated fucking outfits and fancy cars.
There's a fine line for him where you're like, okay, I can deal with this Strand.
And he could have played it a lot better because we've seen as much. He's a better con man than this.
Yeah.
He could have conned Salazar or Daniel
Yeah.
a little smoother. He was so desperate here. I just didn't like it.
No, I didn't either.
And it was like I saw through it and I was like they had to like not have Daniel believe him or we would have rioted against Daniel. Like now this character is an idiot because he believes Strand. How dumb is this story?
Yeah, no, I thought they played that pretty well.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I do agree with that. I just don't like seeing Strand.
And actually,
like
I almost bought it because I had to think back. I'm like, what the hell happened last season? I totally forgot they made it to that. Was it like that agave farm or whatever?
Where did they make it? See, yeah,
They made it to some farm.
they made it to the coast and they would look for Abigail, right?
Yeah.
And Abigail was
Abigail
gone.
was gone. Then they got caught up with
She never made it to the hotel,
no.
but I can't remember how they diverted
No,
each
she
other.
did, but then she left.
Really?
I remember she left on her own, and that's when Mr. Otto caught her
I'm trying to think back to
because she
that
was trying
scene.
to get across the border.
Right.
And
But
then
I'm
she
trying to
found a
figure out
gate.
how she got away from Strand and Madison.
I don't remember. She went to go look for her dad.
Right, but
But
when?
Wouldn't she look?
She
for
made it to the hotel, right? So we had Strand and Madison down there in the bar playing fucking music and getting drunk.
Yeah.
We had Ophelia. Oh, that's right. Ophelia and Alicia upstairs taking showers.
That's right.
And Alicia was in the shower and she bolted.
Yes. She was going to look for her boyfriend.
Yes,
That's who she was looking for.
the dude that she turned down because she had to take care of her father or something like that.
Yeah. So she was going to look for him.
Because they all did think Daniel was dust at that point.
Yeah.
See, we shouldn't be thinking about this as characters, right? We should have a homing beacon on everybody.
Well, I just want to know what the big reveal is going to be.
Where she's
Because
at.
at this point, I don't think anybody cares.
The problem is we can barely remember her fucking name, and we can barely remember how she got there.
Yeah. You might have tried to pull this off with like a Travis or Alicia or Maddie.
I guess it all depends on how do you think Mr. Otto is. He's the one that discovers her, but did he feed her?
I'm pretty sure she's his sex slave in a basement somewhere.
You just want to see that.
Maybe.
But I'm trying to think of it as Mr. Otto. Do we believe he's a good guy, or do we believe he's a bad guy at this point?
I mean, if he's a good guy, it's kind of a pointless show, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Or did Troy kill her and we're going to get a flashback?
he's got troubled moral compasses in his head. He's still trying to build a society, but I'm trying to figure out where Ophelia is at. Is he the guy that just, okay, come on through, you're an American, or is he the guy that fed Ophelia to his dipshit Troy son? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I'm just trying
Or
to figure
she's-
out myself.
Or the Madisons are just walking around her, not realizing that she's at broke jaw.
You really look familiar.
Yeah, we
Have
suffered
we-
together, right?
Yeah. Did you go to high school where I was a counselor by any chance?
I keep seeing barber shit in your future. Like, no.
Did you have a dad that was a barber by any chance?
That might be a reveal for hit mid-season, maybe. Like, we finally figure out what happened to her, and it's not good, and that's where we get Mr.
Maybe.
Otto's fucking
Could be.
his true nature.
She was struck by lightning.
God was trying to save her, and he zipped her ad.
Yeah.
That was it.
So Daniel sees Ephraim tied to a chair. Dante wants info on who is helping him. Daniel gives Ephraim some options, slaps him around a bit, and then Dante tells Daniel to keep going. Next page there.
That was like, again,
Yeah.
I understand Daniel's point of view here.
Yeah.
Like,
He has to, right?
he has to do this.
There's no way around it.
And
Absolutely.
what's it say about us? It's
Yeah.
like, we understand, like, when the shit breaks bad, we're going to be on the mid ground here, the ether, the gray
Yeah.
area. As audience member, you and I, Rooster and I,
Yeah.
what's that say about us? That we understand Daniel's point of view.
I get it, man. I mean, he tells him, like, all right, you're just going to have to die. Because
Yeah.
if you talk, you're both going to get killed. You're not coming out of this alive. So just man up and just deal with it.
Yeah, I understand his point of view, and I liked how this was seen. It was questionable because, like, if they let Dante live, and he's putting up with a lot of Daniel's hesitations throughout the episode.
Yeah.
Like, even at the dam, he hesitates for a long time.
Yeah, I was thinking at some point he's going to be onto him with all the hesitating.
Yeah.
Because there's just too much.
And they had to kill Dante. It's almost like, did they get new writers over here? Did someone's actually trying over here?
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking, man. Like,
could be onto
something happened. Something fucking happened. And I tell you what, we're not getting paid for it. God damn it.
No. I'm pretty sure we had some of these ideas already.
I know. That's what I'm
dark.
saying.
We got walkers again.
I don't know.
Yeah, so anyway, Daniel picks up a hammer and Lola steps in. Fucking stupid ass.
I think Ephraim's going to be around for a minute. I think
so.
Which is fine. I did enjoy the actor.
Yeah.
Man, Daniel must have been either pissed or fucking nervous because she starts ratting everybody out. They're going to die together in a suicide pact at this point. Like, what the fuck?
Right?
Whatever you and I discussed before is now going to happen, you idiot.
Yeah, right? Damn.
But then you got to wonder, like, what she's doing down there in the first place.
Yeah.
If she's just in charge of water, what she's down in the torture den anyway for?
Exactly. Why is she?
What she's hanging around down there? Trying to learn?
I'd like to learn how to torture people someday.
In case they need water for torture, waterboarding, apparently.
Well, yes.
That's the only reason why she's down there.
I just want to know how Dante figured out somebody was stealing his water.
That's a great fucking question. Out of his whole dam.
A fountain. That runs for what? A few hours, maybe?
And a single fountain. And I wondered how they fucking operate a single fountain out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
How's that whole place not getting flooded with water? Like, someone did a lot of plumbing work in the apocalypse just to make this thing happen.
Yeah.
It was good. That was interesting.
It was questionable.
That's why he doesn't get a B plus.
Oh.
Doesn't get an A minus. It's like, these things,
These
you're asking
little
too much.
things.
Who's laying copper pipe around here? I want to know.
Yeah. Unknown.
Yeah.
So Dante throws a dude off the dam. Daniel takes Lola to Dante, but he can't push her off.
Did you notice who got tossed off the dam first?
Who was that?
That was the sewer workers.
Oh, was that?
And I had to watch it on the second watch through that the heavier, fatter sewer worker was at the behind Strand.
Oh.
So somehow these poor fuckers got drawn into
the ones
whole
that found
Daniel in the beginning,
right?
Because they were working with Lola.
Yeah.
So someone ratted these dudes out.
Lola
ratted these dudes out?
I would have pushed her and saved everyone else.
That's what I mean. Like, questioning, like, I was trying to think about it additionally on the second watch through, and I really noticed who that guy was. And I'm like, Dante has no idea who the fuck these guys are.
Yeah, so Strand was up there for the second time, right?
Right, and who knows if he would have got tossed.
Yeah.
Maybe he's up there just to show a discipline maneuver. Like, hey, asshole.
Again?
Just to torture
At
him.
what point? Like,
just torturing him, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's a great question. What the fuck was he doing up there?
Yeah.
A little half a second scene, we could have seen, like, Dante, go grab Strand. We're going to teach him another lesson.
Yeah.
No, he's just up there hanging out.
Just chilling. Had to get his camera time.
But no, I want to know how these poor fucking dock or sewer workers got fucking lumped into this. Someone ratted them out.
Had to have.
Unless it's Daniel. Like, Daniel's like, I'll take all you motherfuckers out.
Yeah, you come with me. I'm throwing bitches off.
Yeah, those little things. I always, I was like, a little explanation, people, would have been fine. Just say something. So either Ephraim ratted you out or Lola.
One of them.
One of those bastards did it.
Right.
I want to know.
Ridiculous, man. So, Daniel ends up killing JC and Dante. Daniel unties Lola, gives her the gun. He kneels before her, asks for forgiveness, and she just reaches out her hand.
When that part when Dante gets, like, he looked like he was fucking confused, although he saw, like, little signs along the way.
Yeah, I mean, you're that suave. You can already call Strand's BS.
Right.
But this guy hesitating that much doesn't throw up a red flag at all?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
You can see it in his fucking face.
Oh, you could, too.
It's like, I let you. Nah, bitch. Blah.
No, you gotta go. Sorry.
I would have tossed him over the edge. He did it to so many other people. Don't waste a bullet on this
But
dude's
do you risk
head.
the chance of him living?
Oh, man. That is true.
In this show.
You weren't here for last week. We didn't see the dam. Oh, we did see the dam for Strand.
Yeah.
People get tossed off, and they land on their back. They're fine for a good half second.
Till everything eats them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because head injuries never happen. If you land on something they just don't happen.
Yeah, not in this universe. Over on the West Coast, Southwest, apparently the zombies...
They have helmets on.
Anatomy works differently, apparently.
It does. Your brain is actually lower in the cranium.
The L.A. River goes all the way to Alaska, all the way down to fucking South America.
Yes, all the way to Rio.
All the way... What might be Antarctica, I don't know.
It could be. That's a lot of concrete.
It's a shit ton. What else? That's it, huh? I think that's
That's it.
That's what I mean. It was like a very contained episode.
It was.
It had a lot of nuance. It had a lot of things to say. It showed Daniel in a new light. Before he was mysterious, calculated. He still was a little bit, but
a little.
Now we see his motivation. Does he think? How is he going to be moving forward?
He's got a red shirt now.
No,
dude. Look what happened to Travis.
Look what happened to Daryl. They'll hang on to the fucking 18th season.
This is true.
Travis is a good point.
They'll screw it up eventually.
I just wonder if he's going to sit around and sulk for the next 4 or 5 episodes.
Right.
Because it looks like next week we get the Strand and the Daniel car show.
Road trip.
Yeah,
the
road
convoy.
trip. Yep.
Yes.
So that might be fun to watch.
Yes. It looks like we also see some Native Americans.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of
We're heading back to the Broke Jaw.
Yeah.
Or Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah,
one
so
of the
it's
two.
probably going to be a great episode.
Did you hear Mo getting really mad at Madison? She hates Madison.
Oh, I know.
Oh, man, she was tearing her up.
I heard some of it. I didn't make it all the way through because it was lengthy.
Yeah.
It was lengthy.
We broke some records there.
You guys took longer to cover one episode than we did half of last season. But she did good. She did great.
Stop busting her tits. I forgot to mention at the top of the show, the episode, do you want to guess the viewership?
Oh, yes. 2.8 million.
No, you're giving it too much credit.
No, really?
Did you hear last week when I mentioned it?
No,
2.5 last week.
Wow.
And I'll tell you this right now, it's lower.
These are CW numbers.
Oh, how dare you, sir? These are Supernatural numbers?
No, they're still higher.
Really? What's Supernatural get?
I think it's like a 1.
Your posters on your wall get higher ratings than...
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, what's the number here?
2.4.
Ooh.
That's
so
the
they're
lowest
losing
ever.
It.
They're losing
it.
Yeah, and these are initial, I think, what they put on Wikipedia, but it's definitely trending downward. And it sucks because this is their best season, right? So far.
Hands
Even
down.
though if you
hands
hate this
down.
one.
No, hands down. I can absolutely agree on that.
Yeah, I'm going to say that'd be...
Yeah, I think it's even better in the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Of the series?
Of the series, yeah.
I like that. Well, yeah, they drugged their
I mean, they had
feet.
some good... They drug their feet, and they skipped the best part, so it was kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, 2.4. Next week is... they got 8 episodes. I don't know if they're doing a full 16. I really don't dig into the news with this show. I don't think it deserves it.
I don't think
in all
anyone
honesty.
does. That's why we just don't know.
But yeah, that's going to be the recap. We're going to go right into... we don't have any news, but...
No news?
No new reviews.
Nothing?
No new reviews to read off. But if you would like to give us a review, head over to your iTunes store and just hit the 5-star button and write us a nice fancy review. It helps us out greatly. I cannot preach it enough. Another way you can help us out is head over to Amazon. No, don't go to Amazon first, goddammit. Go to loosewirenetwork.com, hit the Amazon button, and go spend all the money you earned during the week. It doesn't take any money away from you, but it helps us out. We take a couple pennies and nickels from Amazon's profits, and they send it our way to help us out there. So head on loosewirenetwork.com and hit that Amazon button, won't you? And our friends over at tvtime.com, these guys have been great to us. We're even got up on their podcast page. Millions of users around the world, so you can communicate with people outside of your country initially, or all the time, basically. It's great on notifications. If you're out and about and you forget that your show's ready to start, your phone will notify you to get your ass back at home or set your DVR. All these good little things. The community is lively and bumping at all times. You can get their app on either Android or iOS platforms. You can find all that information at tvtime.com. They've been great to us, and why not give them a shout-out? That's it for those ads. I'm not an ad spokesperson. At least I'm not trained that way, and I feel awkward doing it. But
Do you?
I got to get through it.
You do it well. You do it very well.
Feedback. We got a piece of email. That thing. Resident Knucklehead wrote in.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like he's making moves on my wife.
Oh, boy.
Did you know, Mr. Adam J., that there's a line forming? I'm just saying.
There is.
I'm just a cuckold. I needed a reason to throw cuckold around.
Oh, you like to use that word whenever you can.
Cuckold. Cuckold. Say it really like. Just get it. Cuckold. No, I'm not one of those. I'm an active participant. He writes, the Resident Knucklehead is better known as. Adam J. wrote in, "Hey guys, I have always been a big fan of the podcast, but last week's episode was something special.
Oh, man.
Every Tuesday night, I light my favorite scented candles from Bath and Body Works, pour a tall glass of wine, and settle into bed for some alone time with my favorite Walking Dead podcast.
Oh, boy.
I was initially saddened to learn that Rooster was absent, but that feeling quickly faded as Mrs. Moe's
Ouch.
silky smooth voice filled my ear holes. Her professional delivery and thorough notes were a wonderful change, and I couldn't get enough. She provided literary parallels to the source materials and even helped me learn some new Spanish words. Yeah, she loves throwing around Spanish words.
I heard.
She thinks she can speak it, but you ask her to like step it up, and like no, we see your game. I hope she becomes a regular on the podcast, as her unique female insight were both enlightening and mentally stimulating. I'm even slightly embarrassed to admit that last night she even made an appearance in my dreams.
Oh, shit.
Where after RJ had tragically fallen to his death at the quarry.
Tragically or conveniently?
It's in quotes.
So conveniently.
Conveniently.
Yes.
That's why I said tragically. Mo and I had been able to grow extremely close and even discussed the importance of repopulating the planet. It was wonderful. Please have her back on the podcast as soon as possible. If not, at least she will live in my memories. As always, I hate the show but love the podcast. Adam J.
Thanks.
Thanks, Adam J. Now, don't let us know about your bath time anymore. No one wants to see that, hear it, or anything. And like I said, get in line, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Get in line. Who's operating the video camera is what I'm saying.
Oh, boy.
I'm going first.
Crane
That's all I'm saying. Crane operator. It's just preparation for the quarry.
Bird's eye view.
Bird's eye view, POV. We're going to have the boom mic going around. Nicotero might show up, do some work.
Maybe.
Who knows? He'll probably fuck it up. Somehow we're underneath dumpsters, naked. I don't know.
Yeah.
She did enjoy going pantless last week.
Oh, who doesn't? That's my favorite time of the week.
It's automatically given here. So thanks, Adam J. If you guys want to write in, it's easy to do so. criticallydeadcast@gmail.com. Facebook.com/LooseWireStudio and @critically_dead is the Twitter handle. There's other ways of finding out more about us is YouTube, SoundCloud, all those other things. LooseWireNetwork.com, where you can find those fancy buttons, even an Android button. So next week's show is titled some long, elongated thing that here it is: Burning in Water, Drowning in Flames.
Sounds very Native American.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about that. I don't even know what to suggest about it. You said I'm Native American. You're probably right.
It sounds like it.
They plan on hitting every single thing in the Southwest Territories, apparently.
Of course.
At some point, are we going to stop by Breaking Bad film sets and do stuff there? I don't know.
I guess it's possible.
But again, I enjoyed this episode. It was not that bad.
It was rough.
That lightning strike really got to you.
It got me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Looks like we got Troy next week. We got the Madisons back.
Yeah.
Or the Clarks.
The Madisons.
No more Manawas. I thought for sure we'd get some sort of history with Travis or something.
Nope, nothing.
I don't know. I guess he's really gone.
He's gone.
Like, God
man.
damn
He's not
it.
coming back, dude. I'm sorry.
At one of those Shaquille messages that he messed up on, he was talking about how we didn't play it. because he allotted. For 3
he had
minutes.
like 7 messages.
18 messages came across. I couldn't tell if he was in the street or if he was out by a siren somewhere.
He might have been getting arrested. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's doing
Or at an
Bluetooth.
accident scene. I'm not sure.
One of the things was he was disappointed about Travis dying, and I think everybody agrees. So you're showing him being a badass at one moment, then you kill him in the next.
Of course.
So we're still feeling the repercussions of that.
That's why your boy Mr. Salazar's got a red shirt.
No, well,
Dude.
I think it's time for one of the Clarks to buy it. Just
I
the
think it's time
numbers
for
alone.
3 of the Clarks to buy it.
Oh. Mo likes Alicia.
Why?
Did you not enjoy last week? You didn't really talk about that episode last week.
Yeah,
You've
I
seen
watched
so
it.
What
I
did you
just
think?
watched it to watch it. It was all right. It was better than this one.
Did you believe that they went down into a tunnel and just go smoke weed and drink? I guess that's
Yeah.
very high school of them.
I guess, but it was very convenient.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
so
listen-
clearly, Mr. Otto has no control over his kids.
And they were walking back at daylight.
Yeah, they were partying all night.
That's that what is it? The bunker, wherever they were sitting in, outside of the gate somewhere.
I guess
What kind of shenanigans is this?
that's some shit. And who keeps a pet head?
These assholes. Again, I think I said it last week when Mo was here. Like, these are the people that have been, isolated from the apocalypse for the most part,
Yeah,
right?
they didn't
so they
see
didn't really
it.
see the walkers trying to chew on them.
Yeah.
They think this is all cool and neat.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. That's the only way I can legitimize it in my head.
Right.
But there was a scene when Alicia goes down the tunnel hole first. Like, no, fuck off. Go fuck yourself. You go down first.
Yeah. 2 of you go, and then I'll go.
Yeah. I'll go last. How about
Yeah,
that?
because at first I'm like, this is definitely a trap.
Yeah, oh yeah, you got to think that
That's
way,
what I
right?
thought.
In the apocalypse. What do you think of Troy and
Troy and Nick being BFFs now?
Yeah, like the whole grounded pound scene at the end.
Yeah.
Weird, right?
It was strange.
What did you think? Do you think Nick is messing with him, right?
I don't know. It's hard to tell with this show. I would hope so, but something tells me Nick's is equally messed up as Troy. So
Well, yeah, and Mo was on the idea of that Madison's going to either try to hook up with Jeremiah Otto,
yeah.
or that was her way in, basically.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I don't see that.
It's
for
creepy,
some
right?
reason. Yeah, it's creepy. I just don't see it.
It's like messing around with
I
a
mean,
frog.
It wouldn't surprise. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised by it, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, I just want to know, like, little tidbits, see if you knew or what you thought of that episode.
Yeah.
She's definitely manipulating, right? This
Oh,
this
yeah,
chick is just
definitely.
fucking
Definitely.
yeah.
She's trying. She's trying. I don't buy it, but she's trying.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch base with that episode with you as well. But that's going to be an episode of our own. So that's 100. Let me ask you again: was Daniel at 100 this week?
Maybe.
How do they say that?
I don't know.
Papi, papi, papi chulo.
I just had to play it one more time.
Just one more time.
But that's going to be it. We'll see you guys next week. Write those emails and send in those voicemails.
Yeah.
We'll obviously get you in. That's going to be an episode. I'm RJ.
I'm the rooster.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
And you blow it!
It's Jake from State Farm.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Bye, have a great time.